Hello. Hello and welcome to this channel Think GS with Taj. Here I am going to teach the lecture number 4. That is the forms of government. See, if you are preparing for any examination like UPSC, State PCS or SSC or CAPF or any other government examinations, you know the concept like history, geography, polity, economics, science, current affairs. But these examinations, without knowing the basic concept, if you dive deeper into this examination, you will get failed. So I am here to simplify the complex concept and share some tricks and we may discuss the previous questions and memory techniques so that your learning becomes easy and effective. So if you are preparing for any government examinations, this channel will be your trust and learning partner. See, if you're going to in the lecture number 3, we are going to discuss about important concept that is going to be your forms of government. Okay. Forms of government. It's an important concept. So in the forms of government, in the previous lecture, we know how to mean by government and what is the relationship with the constitutions and constitutionalism. So if you don't watch this video, did not watch this video, then go to the playlist. Here you can search the forms of government. Lecture or 2 or 3 yourself, you can get this video. Okay, see, in this video, forms of government, there is basically, there is two types of here we discuss. One is presidential system of government. Another is parliamentary. Okay, when you know these two concepts, I'm here to give you by an example. Let's imagine a school. Okay, let's imagine the presidential system. See, in the presidential system of government, I am giving you an example. Okay, let's imagine this is a school. Okay, and in this school, student elect a head body directly. There is a school. Okay, then name say ABC. ABC International School. Okay, in this school, the school decided to elect the head of the school directly. Okay, in this case, there is school. There are many students are studied here. So they decide their leader directly. Okay, there is no student council here. Okay, these are the students studied here. And they elected their head directly. And this head had some fixed terms. Okay, that means that leader has to be fixed for a term like 2 years, 1 year, or how many years that the school decides. Okay, the head boy, this head boy has the full powers to make decision about the school activity, discipline, and events. Okay, and this school had no student council, so this leader is the head of the school. Okay, and he does so that leader does not depend upon the student council to stay in power. And if there is a student council which exists, if say there is a student council exists which is considered 4-5 members, these 4-5 members and this head of the school is under the student council, then the head of the school is not responsible to that student of council. Okay, you got my point? See, I'm explaining one more time. Okay. There is a school. Okay, let's say ABC school. In this school, there are many students studying. One day, they decided to get a leader of them. They decided directly by a leader without the student council. There is no student council here. Student council here. Here, the student council is absent. The student get their leader, get directly. The students are decided, they vote upon, and they select their leader directly. This is the leader of the school. This leader has no responsibility about the student council. Okay, this leader has the full power and responsibility to do whatever he wants. This leader has a fixed term. That means if say it is 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, whatever it is. So even if the student council, even if the student council existed, if they disagree, the head boy remains in position for the full term. That means the leader is not responsible for any of the executive actions of the student council. You get my point? This is the presidential system of government in which the people elect their leader directly. There is no council existed here, and the leader is not responsible for his executive actions to the legislative. That means here it is the student council. This is the parliamentary, so this is the presidential system of government, which is generally existing in USA, Brazil, Indonesia, Algeria. Now we are going to discuss about parliamentary form of government. What I mean by parliamentary system of government. Parliamentary system. Same example I am going to take, and the same example to listen from. Let's say that's school again. It's ABC school. Okay. One day we decided to get their leader. Okay. So there is student from various classes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are various classes are exist here. They created a student council. Okay. This is a student council. The student council is consist of, let's say, from 6 class 1 student, 7 class 1 student, 8 class 1 student, 9 class 1 student, 5 class 2 student. This much from on the total number of students. Let's say here total number of students are 180. They selected a student council consisting of 50 members. From the 50 members, let's see, mark my words carefully. Okay, from the 50 members, one of the members get the lead. Okay. One of the victim, one of the lead, one of the student, itself. So this school having some students, one day they decided to get their leader, so they created a student council which is consisted of 50 members from the 180 members. These 50 members, from amongst of these 50 members, they decided one leader who is the leader of the system. So here the student council existed. Okay, and here the leader is responsible for his executive action to the student council. If the leader, let's say, do some work, then this work is responsible to the student council. That is, without the prior permission of the student council, without the majority of the student council, the leader does not do some independent work to do. Okay, and his powers are dependent on the student council, and decisions are, and whatever the decision taken by the leader and the student council must be taken collectively, not individually. Okay, and if someday the leader, if someday the leader do some wrong stuffs, okay, do some wrong work, do some wrong work, then he must resign. Then he must resign. That means the leader has no fixed terms. Means the leader has no fixed term. Would you get my point or not? So my point is here is the parliamentary system of government. Here the leader has no fixed term. He is responsible for action to the council. Decisions taken by collectively, not individually. Okay, did you get my point or not? And its powers are independent council. So This is the parliamentary system of government, which generally existed on this type of forms of government seen in India, Canada, Japan. This is called as the parliamentary system. Previously, what we discussed, presidential system. So, know the difference very well. Okay. So, if you discuss the difference between presidential format here, parliamentary forms of government. Here, the leader has some fixed term. Okay. Here, the leader has not fixed term. Decision taken by individually. Decision taken by collective. You get my point or not? Here, he is here C. Here C is not responsible to council. Here C council. What is action? Not resign. I will if he lose the confidence, then okay. This is the difference between the presidential system and parliamentary system. Now I am sharing the PDF with you so that you are here it is the presidential system and the parliamentary system. Here there's a definition between the presidential system and the parliamentary system. The definition. I'm already teaching the concept. Let's again see it in the presidential system of government where the president is directly elected by the people. In the example I already said, there is a school, they get their leader directly, there is no student council. So here the president is directly elected by the people, act as both the head of the state and head of the government, and is independent of the legislature. Would you get my point or not? He is independent of the legislature. That is, he is not responsible for the executive action to the legislature. Example is USA, Brazil, and Indonesia. But here, in case of parliamentary system, a system of government where the prime minister, the head of the government, is chosen by the legislature. That means, if there is a school, I already given you an example. In the school, they elected a student council. This student council, among the members of the student council, there is going to be the leader of the system. So here it is the chosen by the legislature. That means the minister, head of the government, is chosen by the legislature, and the executive is responsible to the legislature. These executive actions are responsible to the legislative other actions. The head of the state may be separate ceremony. It's generally seen in India, UK, Canada, Japan, Indonesia, even Sudan. Sorry, Indonesia. Okay. Now, so there is the difference I am already discussed. The head of the government is here president. Here it is the prime minister, the head of the government. Okay. Election is directly elected by the people. There is no council. There is no council, but it is the chosen by the legislature. That means the people, there is the council, then there is the leader. Okay. Tenure is there is a fixed term of tenure because depend upon the legislative majority. As long as you enjoy the majority, your system is stable. Otherwise, you will get rejected. This is removal is only by the impeachment process, but here it is the vote of no confidence. As long as you lost the confidence of the motion, then it will be vetted. Okay, separation of power is clear separation between legislature and executive because here the executive is not responsible to the legislature. So there is a distinguished separation because in this case, the presidential system, the people, and there is the power. There is no executive. There is there is no council here. So it is a clear cut separation between the executive and the legislative. But here the executive is a part of the legislature. That means here there is the people, then there is a council, then there is a leader. So it is the part of the legislature. Okay. This in US or Brazil, it is in UK. So this is the presidential system and parliamentary system. The next video we are going to discuss what I mean by federal government, union government, and confederation government. Thank you for watching. Take care.